Om Gam Ganpate Namaha. Om Sairam. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Shakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Om Sairam, dear Sai family. Today, I like to share a story which my dad told us. It's about a beggar and Bhagwan Shivji. One time, Mata Parvati was sitting at Kailash and watching everyone. Suddenly, her attention was taken by a young beggar who was roaming in the woods. The beggar was chanting Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, and walking barefoot in the jungle. Mata felt for him. Her compassion heart cried for her child. So she went to Bhagwan Shivji and requested him to bless this beggar and asked for his welfare. Bhagwan Ji smiled and said, "Dear Parvati, he is not ready." Mata said, "How can you say that?" Bhagwan Ji said, "I'll show you." So Bhagwan Ji took a Brahman, a priest, form and appeared right in front of that beggar. The beggar was about to take the first bite, and Bhagwan Ji went there in the priest form and said, "Oh my dear brother, I'm really hungry. Can you please give me something to eat?" Immediately, the beggar gave him his meal and satisfied Bholenath's hunger. After the meal, Bholenath said, "Oh brother, you're very kind. You gave up your meals for me?" The beggar said, "Oh silly fellow, what is this food you're talking about? I am a great king, and if I can give up my kingdom, my luxury, my pleasure, my family, then what is this piece of bread?" Bhagwan Ji gave him fatherly smiled and looked above at Parvati Mata. Parvati Mata folded her hands to Shiva and said, "Yes, Prabhu, you are right. He is not ready. He gave up everything, but he still can't give up the doership. His ego is great obstacle for his spiritual enhancement. Even though he roams around physically in the woods, his desire to be king has not left him. What good does this do to this fellow? He's only exercising physically and torturing his body." So, from this story, what we need to learn is this. We need to understand how subtle the ego is and what great harm it can bring about to our spiritual elevation. Something to notice is that we always proclaim that, I've done this many vrat, I have done this many puja, I have fed so many people, I've donated thousands of monies in the name of charity. But why have I not found peace? Why have I not elevated in the spiritual path? And the answer is, it's because the I still remains. Yes, you understood it correct. It's because the I still remains, meaning the doership, the ego of I am doing this, I am enjoying this, I am giving, I am benefiting, I am losing. All that is the doership. So the doership is not surrender to the Lord. And that is causing us the agony and pain. We are the main cause of agony and pain is the doership. I did this. This happened to me. Why is this is happening to me? I've done this, but I'm not physically, mentally, or spiritually benefiting. Why? And so the answer is I. So once the doership is surrender in the Lord, we become instrument of Lord. So we become part of His divine plan if we learn to surrender our doership. One other thing I like to share is about Saburi. We all know that Baba has stressed a lot about Shraddha and Saburi. Now we know that Saburi means, waiting patiently. But Baba has taught me something different. He has told me that Saburi has to be like Mata Saburi. People who don't know Mata Saburi, she is mentioned in Ramayan, and she was a great devotee of Bhagwan Shriram, and her guru had told her to wait for Bhagwan Shriram, and without complaining, without arguing, and without minding what others thought about her, she waited patiently. Just patiently waited and waited and waited. The truth of the matter is, she actually even surrendered her waiting period in the lotus feet of Sri Ram. This is what we need to learn. We need to learn to surrender our ego. And if Guru indicates a waiting period in life, then to accept that wholeheartedly and surrender that waiting period too. In the next video, we'll discuss how to surrender our ego and our doership in the lotus feet of our Guru or our Bhagwan. I will share my own experiences and what Baba has taught me. And I also encourage all my sisters and brothers, my Sai family, to also share their experiences in the chat box below, so we can learn from each other. We are here on the same platform for each other, and I'm sharing this per Baba's wish. So until then, Om Sairam, Om Sairam, Om Sairam. May Sai bless us all. Om Sainathaya Namami. Shri Sainatha Arpanamastu.